Hold on. Welcome everybody to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. We have a quick, fast update episode real quick. You know, the recording didn't go as planned this week. Things got in the way. Things are crazy over here right now in the Growing Up Kayfabe world. For at least me. And so for that reason, doing a quick solo one just so we can get caught up. You know, we realize this is the build to WrestleMania. We don't want to miss a single episode if we don't have to for you guys. And so Raw starts today at an early 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. So I'm going to get through some of the updates of this week and the biggest moments of this week as fast as I possibly can. Let's jump right into it. First of all, let's talk about the controversy, because there's controversy, which is pretty silly. I don't think it's really controversy, but the people talking about, the luchador community complaining, and I'm sure it's just a finite amount, but the community complaining about the Grande Americano and the vignette specifically, and then everybody else in the art community who just like, literally, if you're in the art community, just shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Just stop. Just stop, okay? We're here to talk some fucking wrestling, all right? I'm not worried about if they used fucking AI in the vignette and the hands were weird. I literally didn't even pay attention to that. Literally could care less. It was an ode to, it was an homage to like how those things were filmed back then. And it's literally Chad Gable. If you're offended, then you don't know that it's Chad Gable underneath the mask. It's Chad fucking Gable. He's an ignorant American. This is how he thinks it should be filmed. This is the thing he's doing. It's offensive. Exactly. You're lucky it's not Vince. Vince would have used some slurs. He would have probably just put up clips of Nacho Libre. Like, let's be real. This is how you actually do this type of silly shit. And it's so funny. And I was the first, like many, to be like, Grande Americano, come on. But then you realize, like, oh yeah, this isn't like serious. Like, this isn't like he's gonna have like some giant run in the WWE. Like, no, this is for the thing that's happening right now in story. And it's kind of cool. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. Again, we talked about it last week. It's kind of cool because you have this guy who's not just doing a joke. He's also able to wrestle a lot. He's able to wrestle really, really well. It's Chad fucking Gable, aka Grande Americano. And the whole thing of them getting upset about like fucking, oh, it's the Gulf of America thing was insane. I'm like, it's funny. It's what Chad Gable would do. Chad Gable would be like, I hail from the Gulf of America. Like, if you don't get that, then you don't fucking get comedy and wrestling. I'm sorry. If you're offended by that, then that's on you. I don't know what to tell you. So let's move on. Shouts out to it though. I like it. I fucking like it. All right, let's talk about Adam Pearce starting to have it. Adam Pearce is gonna have a fucking stroke in the middle of the ring one of these days. They need to chill out. Bianca, Rhea, and Io. Bianca looking her most badass for WrestleMania right now. Bianca, Rhea, and Io go out there and they do the whole interrupt. Adam Pearce can't get a word in edgewise. He's just trying to let him know, literally, you have your rematch. Winner of the rematch gets to fucking go to WrestleMania, okay? Bye. I'm out of here. Fucking A. Fuck. I need a drink, as you would say. You know? So then they battle it out in the ring. Boom. We come back to the back room. Bianca's going to be special guest referee this Monday, Monday, March 31st, for the title match between Io and Rhea, which again, we all know that they're dragging it out to be like, okay, finally triple threat match. So something's going to happen today that makes it be a triple threat match, no doubt. But I'm saying it here first right now. I think that no matter who goes, what it is, triple threat, one-on-one, Bianca wins WrestleMania 41 for sure. I think so. Moving on. The Judgment Day flops twice in one night. Raquel can't win the IC title, which was crazy. It was a great match. Crazy. I mean, I don't even know if she's IC title material, really, to be honest. I mean, she might be more than that, you know what I mean? But she was in a title picture for a long time, but still. Lyra still gets pushed hard. Crowd still not even popping in a European crowd, not popping for her song. Gotta figure something out with that. And then, of course, Penta, you know, he has his match with Braun, and what fucks that up? The Judgment Day. You know, so the Judgment Day just fucks up all over, and they still couldn't even get Penta into the Judgment Day, which obviously Penta was not going to go to the Judgment Day. So double fail on Judgment Day tonight. The only person who wins, as always, at a Judgment Day, Liv, as always. Let's talk about the slip up from Jay, trying to spear Gunther, getting the better of Gunther, but then couldn't finish it off with the spear. I like their writing. You can tell with every other storyline that they're doing, they are incorporating things that happen, whether it be by accident or things that people are talking about online discourse. They're talking about those things and they're listening to them and they're putting them in the stories. So that's like a really good shout out to the writing team, because now it's like, okay, well, Jay messes up the big jump here. He says he's going to get it back next week. Doesn't even do the jump, goes for the spear, slips. And now we have this whole like, man, I'm messing up. I'm in my head shit. Cut to Jimmy in the back. Get him a pep talk. That's a good pep talk. This Uso ain't going to beat Gunther. This ain't the one. I need main event. Jey Uso. That's who I need. That's the one who's going to beat Gunther. Gives him a good pep talk. Sees Gunther. Lets him know like, hey. Fuck. I mean, like, this literally the slap heard around the world. It was so good. And shouts out to Gunther, because that's the thing about strong styles. They'll be like, fucking hit me. Like, when you slap me in this promo, when you slap me in this, make sure you fucking hit me, dude. Because like we can make some money with this. So it's like it's so good that you have those kinds of guys in the company. Shouts out Gunther. And now today we will have Gunther versus Jimmy for that reason. I mean, I just feel like they're trying to find any way to make some form of build to this, And it's like, sure. I mean, what Gunther beats the shit out of Jimmy, making Jay come out because Jay's like, you beating up my brother too much or whatever. Like, I don't see Gunther losing to Jimmy tonight. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really honestly do not know. I don't have an assumption of what's coming from that build of this part of the story. That it's been talked about very widely that, once people were able to get past the whole Jey Uso being the person who is going to go against Gunther and more than likely dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania. Then once everybody was able to get past that, then they just found something else to complain about, which is that the build is bad. There's nothing going on. And it's like, well, I mean, I would say let them cook, but we only have one more week after this. So it's like, they're kind of right at this point. Like, it's been okay, but it hasn't been the craziest build. And I think at this point, all anybody really cares about is Jay winning so we can fucking yeet at WrestleMania 41, which might sound simple, but sometimes that's what makes money, Moving on. And of course, John Cena's promo number 2. Promo number 2. Number 3 is coming today. Promo number 2, a little bit more into things that a little bit more into his heel, what his motivation is as a heel, what he's going to do as a heel. The complaint we're getting right now is that where does The Rock tie into this? Like, you did this with The Rock, like you guys did this together. You stood with Travis Scott over Cody Rhodes. So like at no point has he been like, and when The Rock offered me this, or with The Rock this, and me and The Rock, whatever. He hasn't brought up anything like that yet. But that's okay. For the people complaining about that, I'm like, okay, but again, remember, he just dropped some bombs. That's an incredible thing to go. Like, he kind of picks up on the same thing. You guys are all awful. You make this so easy for me. Last week I put a kid on blast, and the WWE even posted it. I like that too. He's in between him being angry. He's like he can't even believe it. He's like, I can't believe you guys aren't seeing this. I can't believe you guys aren't seeing how evil you all are. And that's really good heel work for that reason. But when he says, I'm going to ruin wrestling. I don't remember if it was the spinner that he brought up first, or if he said, I'm going to ruin wrestling. But either way, when he brought up both of them, when he says, and I brought you the thing you hated the most. I brought you the WWE spinner belt. And I was like, oh, that's right. Because, he didn't bring up the US belt. He didn't say, oh, don't forget when I brought the US belt in and put the spinner on it. Because we loved the US spinner belt. We want Carmelo Hayes to bring the US spinner belt back. But when he put that spinner on the WWE belt, it was a very, very conflicting thing. And I remember even as a kid, I was like, I don't like that. It looks kind of stupid. It kind of looks tacky. And, I like the way he words. I like the way they're wording it. I made it a toy, and you guys didn't like that. And it's like, no, yeah, we didn't. No. For over 8 years, we had to look at that I think over 10 years, we had to look at that stupid fucking spinner belt, which they eventually put a fixed W on there. It didn't spin after a while. They put the fixed one. And then they were doing, the Edge's belt and Punk's belt. And you just fucking made it stupid for a while. And, it took us a long time to get back to the part where, like, these titles actually mean something and look like they mean something. And we're still trying to perfect that to this day. But John really did fuck it up for a long time. And for him to say, I want to ruin wrestling. I'm going to take that belt that you like so much. I'm going to take that title and I'm taking it home with me. It comes home with me. And, you know, this the way that they bring Cody into each one, it's always that like it in a sense of storytelling, as the words are being said to you, you have this moment of going like, where's the hero? Where is that guy? Who's the hero in this? Because this villain is so villainous that we're like, you need the good to contrast. And each time, like for example this week, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. Wrestling has more than one royal family. I mean, it's a hero's intro. It really is. And Cody comes down and he fucking lets John have it again and lets him know, fucking come get it. Puts the title right in between them. Fucking come get it. That's what you want, right? You said you want to come take this, right? Unbuttons, gets all crazy, fucking gets all Michael Keaton and fucking Batman. You want to get crazy? Well, let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. And he fucking gets in his face about it, and John backs down like a bitch. So, W again on another promo. We have the third one coming today. Very, very excited. O2 Arena, I believe. Gonna be great, but what else could possibly be said if he doesn't bring up The Rock? And that's really what I'm looking forward to. Since we are running short on time, I will just bring up from NXT the fact that Stephanie Valkyrie defended both titles, shouts out, in one night, beats Fallon Henley, beats Jada Parker. Poor Jada Parker got beat by that like roll-up pin shit. But then Fallon Henley, you know, did the jump in, did the heel thing. We can Stephanie up, made the match harder for her. But shouts out to it. Please bring back Andre Chase and Chase U, please. I would say that's the only reason I'm happy that Darnell isn't here in this exact moment, because he would be like, nah. You're not here, Darnell. You can't stop me. Chase U. And then of course Jordynne Grace comes out to save Stephanie as she's getting jumped after the match, and does the whole like she hands her the North American. She's like, there you go. And then the NXT title, and she does a little, it's mine. Okay, you can have it, but I'm coming for it. So now we kind of have an idea who the next in line will be. But I don't see, again, I mean, maybe, again, like we talked about, Stephanie's only NXT champion because Julia's gone, and they were like, let's do this thing where we place the record. And yes, I am saying place the record, because that other bitch, whoever her name is, that just terrible person, whoever she is, who thinks she's the first ever double champion in it, get out of here. Just sit down. People have already fact checked you, and then you're just denying fact checks. It's crazy. But Stephanie Valkyrie broke the record, and I think that she doesn't have to have both titles. So if you want somebody, but again, then you have to ask the question, like, well, when Julia comes back, do we want to do Julia versus Jordan or Julia versus Stephanie 2 and make that even? So either way, it's fine. Moving on to SmackDown. So let's talk about a few things from SmackDown. First of all, Charlotte Flair, please just disappear off the face of the earth. Just never come back to wrestling. Like, I genuinely, when I saw once the Michin match came on, I just turned away. I just like, you know, played Pokemon or something. I was like, because what do you think I think is gonna happen? First of all, apparently Tiffy's just not gonna come out. That was cool. That was chill. Second of all, like, yeah, if that wasn't the case, then yeah, I'm just gonna watch Charlotte beat up on Michin. It's fucking stupid, man. These are all stars that we've been building up over time while she's been gone, and like that everybody like really enjoys, and they're like, don't you guys really like watching Charlotte squash them? And we're like, absolutely not. No, fucking so bad. Not a fan, Justin. But the show does start off good with a promo battle between, not a battle, but a promo exchange between Randy and Cody. Randy giving all the credit, going through all the accolades of Cody, and just letting you know how proud of him he is, but finally lets him know. And you could see it right before Drew came out. Lets him know that I one day too will be coming for my 15th. And if it's you, I'm coming for you too. But I'm just letting you know. So letting him know as a friend. But even then, Cody still looks down and he's like, huh. That little bit that they're going to play in vignettes when they go, he started to realize I don't have friends here anymore. There's not really a friend here for me. All these friends I have are all fake, because they're all going to be friends with me until it's their turn for the title. And then who knows what they're going to do. We all saw what KO would do. We all saw it. So what would stop Randy from punting my head off? all in his head. It's going to get crazy. Drew comes out, you know, a little smart ass fucking, but he has a great exchange in the crowd with the kid that flicks him off and everything. It's a very fun time out there, and it's set up for the match between Randy and Drew, which was an incredible match later on. KO just does a walkout interrupt and gets Randy to lose the match. Drew gets to beat Randy. We didn't really need Jimmy versus Miz. Did not really need that at all. The Street Profits, I mean, this is the second week in a row. I think second week, if not third, or like, you know, off and on, that they have come out to a European crowd that would lose their mind to do the doom, 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 doom. Like they would lose their mind to do it. And instead they had to be forced to sit through this song to where, like, even though they see the title that says Street Profits, they're like, I mean, what do we do? Like, and shouts out to the Street Profits. They're out there trying to get the song over. They're out there acting like it's the same shit, but it is not. And I mean, there is no way that WWE can't see that. There's no way that they're just like, no, I think it's still hitting the same. You guys are good, because it's not. So that's unfortunate, because the tag match was so good. It was awesome to see Pretty Deadly get any type of praise, because most American crowds don't like them, and that sucks. But it was great to see them get praise, and they put on a fucking banger of a match. Just that song hinders it so much. WWE, you could tell it's a Def Rebel song too. The way you hear it, you're like, dang, that's Def Rebel to a T. So Drew gets his win. He does banger on the mic. He's crushing it. And then who's he met with? On site, Damian Priest opens the door, and DP's just standing there. He's like, what's up? Fucking starts bashing in Drew, and we get a replica of the car spot from AEW. Drew goes through the glass, says he got glass in his eye. He says he's wearing an eye patch in the back. I don't know how real it is. It might be a work, might be an exaggeration. Who knows with Drew? He's too good. But who walks by? CM Punk stares at him, and, you know, to the naked WWE eye, you're like, oh man, he's like, man, that sucks for you, Drew. Oh well. But it's also, he's looking at it and he's like, huh, fucking Jack Perry, dude. Fucking Jack fucking Perry. Shouts out to that moment. That was a great spot in the back. Shouts out DP and Drew. Again, every week showing people, like, it was slow at first, but they showed people, I'm like, give us time and we will make this WrestleMania match worth it. I still think there needs to be a stipulation in it, considering how rough they're getting, but they are going to make this so worth it. And the sell really started with DP and Drew. When Drew's on top of him, I mean, it was already, the build was really good. And Drew's on top of him saying, it's all, he's holding his face. It's all in sight. I told you, every time I see you, I'm going to kill. And then just DP, I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you. And like, DP's good like that. It's the same sell that he had with Finn, when he reaches over for Finn and he grabs him through the ropes. And he's holding him with one hand. He's just looking at him demonically like, who the fuck do you think you are? That's why DP and Drew are so good at selling. Shouts out to that match. I can't wait for that WrestleMania match now. Genuinely super excited for that match. Solo and the boys, Jacob, Tama, have a little powwow in the back there. And Jacob lets him know, like, I'm the fucking man now, bro. They get all mad because he comes out and interrupts the LA Knight match, which everybody, like, I said it last week, everybody was talking about it. Like, this match is pointless. It's just going to be Jacob Fatu flying in and destroying him to get back. And now we're going to have the last man standing between Jacob and Braun Strowman. Jacob putting Solo and Tama in their place. Even Tama being like, yeah, but Jacob, listen. He's like, Jacob, nothing, man. And I'm like, whoa, he's even getting on Mr. Yeah. So a little turmoil in the bloodline there, but it's good. And the last thing I want to bring up, because it was the best part of SmackDown to me, in my opinion, the Naomi heel turn caution tape vignette. Cinema. Absolute cinema. I'm tired of being underappreciated and underutilized and undervalued. I suggest you use caution going forward. Bars. Fucking bars. This is the stuff that Naomi's showing. Like, even with just this, she's like, if you would have given me anything, I would have fucking made it work. But you just been kind of giving me, like, wishy-washy stuff, tag team stuff. But this is good. And I'm eating it up. I love it. Naomi's on site, comes out there and interrupts a match as well. Fucking everybody up. She don't give a shit. Jade comes out, tries to make a thing of it. Bitch, Jade, get out the way. Has a little stare down with Charlotte, which I'm like, no pop. If there was a pop at all, it's because people want to see Jade beat up Charlotte. That's why. So that, my friends, is what you call a quick 20-minute wrap up of the most important parts of Monday and Friday, and even Tuesday a little bit there. Guys, even though it was a short one, please let me know down below what I missed and what you thought were some of the bigger parts of this week. What you're most excited for the week coming. WrestleMania 41, so close. We are almost there, almost into April, and then we will be 19 days away from seeing WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. So please, let me know down below what you think. Hit the like button. Go to the show notes. Skip ahead to the spots where you want to hear what I'm talking about. You can skip ahead around. You don't have to listen to the whole episode if you want. Subscribe, I think I already said. Thank you, guys. All right. Bye, everyone.